Welcome back to Trailer Trash Flips. My name is Mac, and I buy things to sell on eBay and try to make a profit. I guess I'm going to need to change that intro maybe just a little bit because I finally had a sale on Mercari. I do say finally, and I don't mean that it's been that long. I've only had one item listed there for about 2 weeks or so, and I listed 2 items there yesterday. The 2 items that I listed yesterday, I put on eBay, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and cross-list these over to Mercari, and luckily, one of them sold. So let me try that intro again. Welcome back to Trailer Trash Flips. My name is Mac, and I buy things to sell on eBay and Mercari and try to make a profit. I don't know if I really like that, so I might have to work on that opening a little bit. I'd actually stopped making the opening, and someone requested that I say it again. I think I've been to the post office every day this week. Now, yesterday I did not do any videoing of my sales, and maybe I didn't Monday either. I can't remember. But typically, everything that I show is everything that I sold. But being yesterday I didn't feel good, I just did not feel like doing the video part. I just wanted to get my orders pulled, packed, and to the post office. And it was either Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember which one, but I was on a work call. So I didn't know how long the call would last. So I didn't want to wait until too late and not be able to get my orders to the post office. Yesterday, I don't remember how many sales I had. It wasn't anything record breaking, but it was okay. But for today, I have 5 orders going out on eBay for a total of $146.82. And the item on Mercari sold for $55. I guess with the no fee thing on Mercari, that's pretty good. I did list the item lower on Mercari. I can't remember how much exactly it was listed for on eBay. Right now I'm running a 20% off sale in my store, and I want to say it was around $67 after the sale price, and I had it listed on Mercari for $55. Sales have been pretty good lately for me on eBay. I've been listing pretty much every day. I don't think there's been any days in the last week or so that I did not do any listings. And that's also in addition to having a nice little draft bank ready to go and have those listings come live also. So no real complaints about eBay right now. I am going to try to get more things listed on Mercari, and while I know I'll never get the sales on Mercari that I get on eBay, you know, just a few more sales per week, even if I get that, would definitely be helpful. So before it gets any later, let me go pull these orders. I want to get those packed and get them to the post office a little bit early today and get some more items listed this afternoon. So I'll show you what's sold. The first item was on my LP shelf, which took a lot of digging to get to, but it is a shower chair, and it's sold for $22.21 plus shipping. Also on the LP1 shelf is this gel ice pack, and this sold for $12.09 plus shipping. Back in my eBay room, and I sold a set of floor mats for the second time, and these sold for $87.96 plus shipping. In the J bin, I sold a 2-pack of jockey t-shirts. These sold for $16.68 plus shipping. And in the L bin, I sold a hidden book safe. And this sold for $7.88 plus shipping. So here's everything going out. And the first thing is this hidden book safe. It says World Geography. And I've got the code written here on a piece of paper. It's got a combination lock. This is something that my son had many years ago that he had left, and it was just sitting around, so I listed that. I don't even really remember where we got it. Next is a 2-pack of 100% cotton jockey t-shirts. Now, I'm sure you've noticed I wear a lot of black t-shirts. Well, I wear jockey. These were actually 2 extra large talls. And I buy all of my jockey shirts. I wait till they send me a coupon code and the shirts go on sale. And I'll either buy a half dozen or a whole dozen shirts at a time. Most of the time, I wear extra large tall. But that's usually when I'm wearing my shirt as an undershirt. I do have some 2 extra large talls that I wear if I'm just wearing a t-shirt. But I like them to fit a little bit snugger when I'm using them as an undershirt. But I have plenty. And I don't really wear the 2 extra large talls very much. So these are just some that I had and I'm not going to wear, so I listed those. Those sold pretty quick. These floor mats, these actually came from my ex-wife, my good ex-wife. She had bought a new Toyota Camry, and she bought some kind of even more premium mats for it. So she gave me these. These actually sold a good while back. They went to the buyer, and he never picked them up from the post office. They came back. I refunded them, and I finally got them listed again. So I don't have any money into those. The gel ice pack came from the bin store. It was either $1 or $2. And same thing for the shower seat. It was a bin store item. I've had it for a little while. I don't really remember how much I paid. I may have paid up to $4 for it, so it was probably either $2 or $4. Here's everything I got packed up for my eBay orders. And for Mercari, I sold this crumb cake baker. Like I said earlier, this sold for $55 plus shipping. I think shipping is going to be $20. And I elected to go with UPS because I think USPS was like 30, maybe $32 or $35, some crazy amount. So I will need to go by the UPS store, which is only about maybe a mile down the road from the post office. So no big deal really. But I picked this up at an estate sale. It was originally marked $30. It was 60% off. So I guess I paid somewhere around $13 or $14 for it. And I thought it might be new. When I got it home and I opened it up, it was not new, but it was just barely used. So not too bad of a flip, and definitely a quick flip on Mercari. Today is Friday. I've got 4 orders going out on eBay for a total of $42.08. In H6, I've got an air conditioner block. And this sold for $10.06 plus shipping. In the O2 bin, I've got a belt buckle, Gray Tool Company. And this sold for $14.92 plus shipping. In H16, I've got some expandable braided sleeving. And this sold for $9.06 plus shipping. And in O15, I've got an aluminum enclosure, something for a computer, I believe. And this sold for $8.04 plus shipping. Here's everything going out. Not these items here. That's just some stuff that I'm working on listing. First, there's this expandable sleeving. That was either 50 cents or $1 from the bin store, as was this manifold block or whatever it is for an air conditioner, either 50 cents or $1. And same thing for this portable SSD enclosure. All bin store items, and they all would have been 50 cents or $1. The belt buckle came from an estate sale, and I paid $2 for it. Even though it's not too many orders going out today, at least they're small, and they're going to be super easy to pack. Still feeling a little bit crappy. I still got this sinus infection going on right now. So it definitely kind of saps me of my energy, at least to some degree. I probably will not do any sourcing this weekend. Usually there's 4, 5, maybe 6 estate sales per weekend. This Sunday, I think I saw 3. And one of them, the pictures look really bad. Like, I don't think it's going to be very big. So that would really just leave 2 estate sales. And since I'm not hurting for inventory right now, I will probably spend a lot of this weekend just trying to get listings done and some drafts. I do have a function tomorrow afternoon that I have to go to. I actually have to do some cooking there. I'm going to cook jambalaya, and that's jambalaya for everybody who's not from Louisiana. Although there are people here that do say jambalaya. Most people here just completely obliterate the word and call it jambalaya. But I will be cooking jambalaya for this function, and I kind of got roped into that. But not that tomatoey stuff. That's Creole jambalaya, which, you know, that's more of a New Orleans thing. Most of South Central Louisiana is cooking a Cajun jambalaya, and there are no tomatoes in that. So I know that people up north, that's probably the only type of jambalaya or jambalaya that they know of is the stuff with tomatoes, but that's really not a Cajun jambalaya that's cooked predominantly here in South Central Louisiana. You just about never find that here. But jambalaya is always a good thing to cook for functions because You know, I think I spent about $30 on the ingredients to cook it, but it feeds a lot of people. So the cost per serving of jambalaya is really, really cheap. Jambalaya is not typically something that you can just easily throw together. I know a lot of people believe that jambalaya is just rice and meat mixed together in a pot, maybe with some tomatoes, but it really goes far beyond that. It's not only the ingredients you put in, but a lot of it is the technique and style and how you cook it. There's a town here that is the world jambalaya capital, and there is an annual jambalaya festival. There are cook-offs and all kind of stuff like that. And again, you won't find any tomatoes in the allowed ingredients. They hold this festival every year, and jambalaya is a big deal. And there's usually 100 and something cooks that enter it, and those guys take their recipes seriously. But anyway, I have to do that, so that's going to tie up about half the day tomorrow. But I will have time to get some listings done in the morning, and hopefully all day Sunday. I do have a few items that I want to put on Facebook Marketplace because I really have not explored that option yet. And these are all bigger items, and they're not that they're heavy, they're just big. And I don't want to ship these items. So I want to go ahead and get some items listed on there, since I am trying to expand my reselling horizons just a little bit. And I've only got 2 things at this point now listed on Mercari since one of them sold. But I do want to explore other options. I've had an excellent last 3 days for sales. I've got 24 items going out for a total of $436.41. And that total does not include shipping. That's just product cost. And instead of subjecting everyone to me pulling all these orders, I went ahead and I pulled them so they're ready to go. And I'll just show you what sold. The first item is this Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham game. The box has definitely seen better days. It's not terrible. I mean, it works, but it's kind of crushed in here in the front. But this came from a church sale about 2 years ago. And I thought this was really cool. And I'm like, you know, this would probably sell quickly. Well, it hadn't. It's been sitting here for a really long time. So this sold for $11.80 plus shipping. Next is this Materials for Engineers and Technicians book, which I almost didn't find. Anyway, this was something that I had in the ugly cabinet at one point, but I had a lot of books in there, but I pulled the books out to make room for other stuff, and I almost couldn't find this book. As it turns out, it somehow ended up on a shelf in my hallway with other unlisted stuff. So I don't know how that happened, but it didn't take me but a few minutes of looking for it, and luckily I was able to find it. So this sold for $17.26 plus shipping, and it came from the bin store. It was either 50 cents or $1. I want to say it was probably 50 cents. I believe I picked this one up. There was one day I went to the Amazon bin store, and there were just bins and bins and bins full of books. I spent about 8.5 hours that day in the bin store scanning books, and I'm almost positive this is one of them that I pulled that day. Next was this investing in real estate book. This came from the bin store just here recently, and I think it was $1, maybe $2, but it sold for $13.16 plus shipping. Next is this little off-brand Digipower rechargeable battery. This came from Goodwill, and I think it was probably $2 because the Goodwills here, they don't mark anything less than $2 nowadays on anything. So I don't remember how long ago I bought it. It's been a while, and it only sold for $5.01 plus shipping. All right, I got another sale. So these 2 items here came very recently from an estate sale with $5 fill a bag. The first is an oil filter, and it sold for $7.16 plus shipping. And next is this Knights of Columbus sash. It's actually 2 pieces, and I don't really know a lot about it. I didn't really know what it was when I first picked it up, because of these $5 fill bags, I just start filling up with anything that I think has value. But it sold for $20.76. Next was this Midland emergency weather alert radio. Now, I just found this last week. So in my extra bedroom, I've got some unlisted death pile stuff in there. I've got tote bins with like things that my son had when he was young that he wanted me to hold on to. And I keep a lot of my bigger boxes in there, like ones that I'm recycling. So I was in there looking for a box,
and a bin had fell over. And I looked in the bin and there were 2 items. There was this and something else. I don't remember what it was. So on my way out, I just grabbed it and listed it, and it sold. So it sold for $19.96 plus shipping, and I don't have any idea where this came from or how much it was originally. It may have been a gift, or maybe I bought it to sell. I don't really know, because it's been in that room for at least a couple years. Next were these gel nail polish kits. These came from the bin store for, I believe, 50 cents. I had quite a few of these, and I think this is the last one. It sold for $8.04 plus shipping. These Zap It rackets, electric bug zapping rackets, these were some retail arbitrage, very poor retail arbitrage, mind you. I bought these from Ollie's bargain bin, or whatever it's called, for like $5 a piece. They've been sitting for quite a while. I do sell them very slowly, and I'm not really making very much money on them. This one sold for $10.06 plus shipping. This is a toddler bed guardrail. It came from the bin store. It was either $2 or $4. I don't remember which one, but it sold for $19.18 plus shipping. This waterproof cast and bandage protector came from the bin store for $1, and I sold it for $10.89 plus shipping. This Hanes repair manual also came from the bin store, and it would have been probably $1. I don't think I would have paid more than that for it. Sold it for $12.09 plus shipping. This is a water faucet, waterfall bathroom basin sink faucet. It came from the bin store, and it would have been either $2 or $4, but it sold for $19.18 plus shipping. Next is, how many is this? It's a 10-pack of some type of nasal, standard nasal cannula oxygen tubings, and this came from the bin store. These were $1, and these sold for $10.06 plus shipping. Next is a Jamaica souvenir bell, which I know you can't see good because I've got it wrapped up. This sold for $6.12 plus shipping, and it came from an estate sale where it was either $3 or $5 fill-a-bag. I've got that estate sale in a video where I bought a whole bunch of bells just trying to fill the bag up. So selling this one bell, now it's the first one I sold, but selling this bell pretty much pays more than for the whole bag. These are some micro pipettes. These came from the bin store for $1, and they came in a big bag. So I separated them out into packs of 50, and these sold for $10.89 plus shipping. So I'm already in the profit on these, and any more I sell beyond this will be 100% profit. This is a Call of Duty World War II drinkware gift set. It's got some coasters, 2 glasses, and a little hand towel. Oh, and also a water bottle. This didn't cost me anything. It's something my dad had. He had bought it for my son, and my son, for whatever reason, never wanted it, which is kind of funny because he was really into these video games when he was younger. Actually, I think he still probably plays these games, and he's 27 years old. But he didn't want it. My dad had it sitting around. He gave it to me, so it didn't cost me anything. And it sold for $35.37 plus shipping. This is a practice golf mat that comes with a few balls, and I think it has something else in there, a little stake thing or something. This came from the bin store. It was only $1, and it sold for $10.06 plus shipping. The skin tag removal kit also came from the bin store. It was $1, and it sold for $8.04 plus shipping. This wooden jigsaw puzzle, which it's open, but it's brand new, still sealed in the bag. It sold for $11.08 plus shipping, and it was also $1 at the bin store. This is a toddler floaty vest. These were these $1 or $2? I think these were $2 at the bin store. I have bought 2 of them. One had sold the other day. This is the second one and last one that I had, but it sold for $13.56 plus shipping. This vintage Pog milk cap maker came from an estate sale. It came from $5 fill-a-bag, so I don't have much into it, and it sold for $30.76 plus shipping. The posture pump neck exerciser came from a garage sale. I paid $1 for this, and it sold for $21.96 plus shipping. And finally, this Hot Wheels motorized wall tracks power tower came from an estate sale. I don't have an exact amount how much I've got into this, because me and Kim together paid $50 total for a huge pile of stuff. So I don't have very much money into this. I mean, at most a couple dollars, but it sold for $103.96 plus shipping.
So very good sales for me, especially considering I am a rubbish seller. And I do get a few comments about why I keep saying rubbish. And it was just someone had left a comment one time saying that my sales were low because I sell low sale rubbish items. So I'm just having fun with that comment. That's why I often say that I'm selling rubbish. But again, I'm pretty happy with this amount of sales, because this is substantially more than what I get on a normal basis. I did get that cha-ching while I was showing you these things, and that's a pretty nice sale there too, $42.16 plus shipping. But I'll save that for the next video, because I do want to get these things packed up and get out of this hot eBay room. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.